That's when I knew that Amazon brand registry wasn't just a nice to have, especially now in 2024. It's really a necessity for your brand if you're serious about protecting your reputation on Amazon. Are you ready to unlock the strategies that will scale your Amazon store to six figures and beyond? Whether you're looking to grow sustainably or scale with confidence, we've got the insights and tools you need to succeed. Welcome back to the Six Figure Amazon Store podcast, the place where we're going to dive into strategies that help you build and also protect your brand on Amazon. I'm Becky Avila, your host, and today's episode is all about brand registry. Specifically, I'm going to talk about why you need it and how it can protect your brand and also kind of give your brand the upper hand on Amazon. Now, if you've ever worried about copycats, for instance, hijacking your listings or maybe even just misrepresenting your products, this episode is also for you because I'm going to share some features that Brand Registry has to protect your brand. And I'm also going to share some secrets of Brand Registry and show you how it can really be a game changer for your brand on Amazon. When I first started working with brands selling on Amazon, this was 8.5 years ago, one of the biggest pain points was unauthorized sellers. Something else that brands are concerned about too is counterfeit products that are appearing on their listings, which can then ruin really the customer experience with the brand. And it's frustrating and damaging, really, because you would be investing a lot of your time, your effort into building your brand, only to see others are going to ride your coattails and even hurt your reputation, possibly. That's when I knew that Amazon brand registry wasn't just a nice to have, especially now in 2024. It's really a necessity for your brand if you're serious about protecting your reputation on Amazon. Let me share with you a case study involving a supplement company that we worked with. This brand had an amazing product. They were passionate about helping their customers, but as their popularity grew, the number of unauthorized sellers trying to also cash in on their success grew too. At one point, they had over 20 unauthorized sellers listing their products on Amazon on their same listing, often undercutting their prices. And brand registry, it really does give you tools to protect counterfeits of your product if that's been an issue for you or a concern. And do know though, if someone purchases legitimate products from you or a distributor of yours, then that's not considered counterfeit. So that's where a lot of times you can get unauthorized sellers. Now, it also allows you with brand registry to have more control over your listings, which was helpful for that supplement company because they were really looking at reducing and eventually eliminating the unauthorized sellers on Amazon, which we were able to do. Now, this helped them to actually then provide a consistent, trustworthy experience for the customers. And also, they were able to start hitting their goal of growing their sales on Amazon. So, their sales were actually able to more than double over the course of a year. And they were finally able to have that control of their brand and of their listings that they were wanting. So, let me dive into some key reasons why Amazon brand registry is essential and also how it can protect your brand. So, the first reason is really you can protect your listings from counterfeiters and you can gain control over unauthorized sellers. So, brand registry, it does actually have tools that allow you to report counterfeit products and unauthorized sellers. That's going to be a little bit harder because if they are actually purchasing your product, so unlike what you might hear from some, brand registry actually won't prevent you from other third party sellers from selling your product on Amazon and on your listing. I do have a previous podcast episode about unauthorized sellers. I'd recommend you listen to that if you want to hear more about that. But brand registry does allow you to gain control over your listings on Amazon, which will then kind of start recognizing you as the rightful brand owner. And that does make it harder for others to make changes to your product listing. Now, if your brand didn't originally create the listing, then you do need to be careful because whoever originally set up your listing may actually be given authority in Amazon's eyes even after you get brand registry. So that's another reason that I recommend if your brand isn't yet on Amazon, that you set it up so that you can really maintain and then control the Amazon sales channel platform from the beginning. And you can then avoid the headaches that other brands have encountered over the years that I've talked with when someone else, without their knowledge, really sets up their product listing or multiple product listings for them. Second is you can gain access to A plus content and also premium A plus content. So with brand registry, you can enhance your product listings and you can really give it more rich content. You can have more images, videos, you can add, more detailed descriptions and they'll really help you tell your brand story on Amazon, which is helpful. So this doesn't really just protect your brand, but really what it helps is convert more customers by actually showcasing your products in their best light. So on average, Amazon says that it boosts conversion rates by 6%, but keep in mind that that is going to be a month over month increased return that you're going to see, snowball effect of continuing to convert better once you add that content for A plus. Also pay attention because then typically after you create A plus content, and you meet Amazon's requirements, you can then actually start creating premium A plus, and that will help your listings perform even better because you have more features available for this. And we really, really love premium A plus. I could probably do a whole episode just on A plus and premium A plus. Now, next is really you can also with, brand registry, you can build your brand's identity with brand stores and Amazon posts. So Amazon brand registry, it's going to allow you to actually create a custom brand store, which I like to think of as like having your own website within Amazon that's going to then give you a dedicated space on Amazon to really showcase your entire product line. And it also provides access to things like Amazon posts where you can share your brand content. You can, have it looks like a social media post and it's really effective way to reach people that are shopping on their mobile devices. And it's currently free to create posts. And now you can actually even do what's called boosting your posts, which is essentially then promoting it through ads. But really, this will help you to really build a strong brand identity on Amazon, which is really helpful and, there's a lot more I can say about brand stores and Amazon posts, but for now, just know that those things are only available if you have brand registry. Now, you also can have a powerful search and reporting tools to monitor your brand. So, brand registry, you do have advanced search and reporting tools, and it's going to allow you to track the use of your brand name, logos, and other, intellectual property that you have. So, you can actually use that to monitor the marketplace on Amazon for potential infringements, and you can actually act quickly to protect your brand's integrity and things like that. And that's a nice tool that's available when you have brand registry. Fifth is you can actually leverage sponsored brand ads for more and increased visibility. So once you're enrolled, you will gain access to a specific type of ad campaign, which is called a sponsored brand ad. And that's going to allow you to promote your brand logo, for instance, or a lifestyle image and multiple products in a single ad. So that's going to give you higher visibility that can really kind of drive traffic, not just to one of your listings, but even to your brand store, which then helps really increase that brand recognition and trust and potentially even buying more from your brand as well. And then sixth, you can get enhanced support from Amazon's brand protection team. So when you enroll in brand registry, and you apply for it, you are given access to a dedicated support team. So it has its actually own portal. And that really is going to focus in on your brand protection. So that support is going to be really helpful when if you deal with things like, people, counterfeit products, hijackers on your listing, intellectual property disputes, things like that. So Amazon brand registry, you can see it's not really just about protecting your listings, which is obviously something that is really helpful, but it's also really about gaining control of your brand's presence on Amazon and then setting yourself up and your brand up for that long-term success. So from blocking counterfeiters to, really improving and enhancing your listings, you're going to start building a recognizable brand identity on Amazon's massive platform with the millions of shoppers that are coming every month. And brand registry, I think, is really a must-have for brands if you're serious about really building your business and also if you're looking at ways to increase the value of your brand, if you're considering selling it in the future, Amazon is somewhere where you need to have your brand available. Now, if you haven't enrolled yet, it's time to consider really how those tools can really help safeguard your brand and boost your business. Currently, as of the time of recording this, brand registry is free to apply. So there's really, if you have a live and active trademark, this is something that you definitely will want to make sure that you do. Now, thanks for joining me today on the Six Figure Amazon Store podcast. Remember that really protecting your brand is just as important as growing it. And Amazon Brand Registry, it's one of those really great tools that is available at your disposal. So Also, make sure to sign up. We have a weekly insiders email. I'm going to have that in the show notes for you. And also, there's a free private Facebook group where we have brands that are serious about growing their brand in a sustainable way. So make sure to click on those links and request to join. We do look at everyone that requests, so not everyone will be approved if you don't, put the brand name and things like that, that we know that you're a legitimate brand. So that's all I have for today, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye. Just like your customer reviews on Amazon help you grow, your review on Apple Podcasts helps us reach more brands like you. If you enjoyed today's episode, would you please take a moment to leave us a review? We'd really appreciate it. Thanks so much.